What's going on, guys? It's 20 degrees out in Chestermere, Alberta. My name's Rylan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use vinegar to acidify your soil for blueberries and other acid-loving plants, as well as showing you how to plant some stuff and a quick overview and update of the rest of my garden. So let's get to it. So right here, this is my blueberry bush. It's a Polaris blueberry bush, and right here is in a pH meter that I got from Amazon. And right here, it might be hard to see, but it says the current soil pH is 6.8. So that's pretty close to neutral. And blueberries like about a 5 pH. So what I did a while ago is I put some elemental sulfur. That's what the yellow stuff is. And that's gonna break down and acidify over time. But while that's working, I'm gonna have to use some of this vinegar and dilute it with some water, so then it'll be a quick fix for now until the sulfur is done working. So let's get mixing. So the dilution method that I prefer is 1 cup of vinegar to, this is just under a gallon of water. So I'm gonna take the vinegar, this is some just standard white vinegar. Then I'm gonna pour it into there, do a cup right into the gallon container. Then close it up, take your hose or other water source, fill it up, and we're gonna close it up and then shake it to get the mixture all mixed, and then let's put it in. I'm gonna apply it, and it helps. They need the specific pH because it helps, because they need to uptake certain nutrients that's specific to them that can only be uptaken by the specific plant at a specific pH range. So we gotta pour it on there. And even after this, the pH might still not be ideal, and that's just something that we're gonna have to deal with until the sulfur kicks in. So right now it's at about a 5.4, which is just about ideal. So if you keep up with this consistently, maybe do it once a week. Sometimes you need to do it even more often. It just depends if it rains, or if you should just always be checking your pH meter, and you should always have one. So then you can always keep tracks, and your blueberries can stay nice and healthy. So that was just a quick tutorial of how to do that. And now we're gonna plant a few things: some watermelons, cucumbers, and lettuce. So we're gonna start with the lettuce first. These are some Grand Rapids lettuce seeds that I got from Dollarama for very cheap. So I'm gonna plant these. They're very fast growing, and they grow in only 45 days. So what I'm gonna start with to do here is they need to be planted a 1/2 inch deep. So I'm gonna plant them in little trenches here. You gotta make them not too deep, because lettuce seeds need to be exposed to light for them to sprout. They just need a tiny glimpse. So you just gotta make it not too deep of a trench across. There we go. Now I think we can do one more, just to be efficient and very sustainable of our space. There we go. Make that a little bit more shallow. So now we got those there. So now we're gonna take the lettuce seeds. I'm not sure if we're gonna use them all. I don't think so. I just got them because they were 3 for $1, so I got 6 for $2. Open it up. Because there's not a lot in each packet. Sprinkle it in there. Try to get it as even as possible. I'll just use the scissors actually. onto the next row. Just gotta keep going, almost done. I think we might actually use all of the packets here onto the final packet. Right there, spread those out. Now let's cover them right back up. Not too deep. Just a tiny bit. By the way, I pre-moistened the soil. So then, because this is some peat moss, and once it gets really dry, it can get hydrophobic, meaning like it won't absorb water easily unless you let it sit. So I pre-moistened it to make it easier to plant. So now it's planted, and all we need to do is just wait until they sprout and then make sure they're kept moist, then the lettuce does not get bitter. Now we're gonna move on and plant some watermelons. Okay, I finally got the pots all filled and pre-moistened. I used some of this Pro Mix that I got from Costco. And I also got some worm castings, not from Costco, I've always had these. But now I have a few different varieties. In this pot, it's gonna be some Jubilee watermelon. In this pot, it's gonna be some Early Canada Improved watermelon. And then in these two, it is going to be Sugar Baby. So we're planting a few varieties, but let's start with Jubilee. In each pot, I'm going to be planting 2 seeds, because you don't need to plant that many because they have a pretty high germination rate, because they're pretty hardy, if you will. Or actually, I'm going to plant 3. So now I'm going to take the 3 seeds, and I'm going to plant them in the middle, and then I'll thin them out later, just for germination purposes. I like to put 3. There we go. It's that easy. And all the watermelons are planted. So now we're gonna move on to the cucumbers, but this is the start of these watermelons, and I think I'm gonna have them sprawl along the ground and possibly on this trellis system. But I can't wait. I'm gonna be fertilizing them. I kind of fertilize my stuff every about 3 weeks. I just fertilize everything. And yeah, I can't wait to have an abundant harvest of watermelons. Right here are the cucumbers. We're going to be planting the Spring Burgless variety. I'm going to be planting in both pots. This one has some hen manure in it. That's all I already know. This one is just filled with more of the Pro Mix. So I'm going to be planting these same way I planted the watermelons, where I plant 2 or 3 right in the middle. Speaking right here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Still got them. Pick them up. 3 seeds. 1 right there. 1 right there. And 1 right there. Easy peasy. The hard part is going to be picking them up. Now, going to come over here. 3 holes. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. 1 there, 1 there. Let's do 2 there. Improvise. Press it down. And now, same as all my other plants. We wait. Now onto the radishes. So right here, I actually mix both of these varieties, the German giant radish and the Crimson Giant champion radish, into just one packet because I want to mix them around and put them into all 3 of these planters. So the trenches are already dug, so this will make this process pretty easy of showing you how I'm going to plant them. Just sprinkle them in and cover them up. So you can always thin them out later. And done. Now, cover them up. Very efficient the way I'm covering them up. And there we go. So that's all the things that we're going to be planting today. But now, finally, I'm going to fertilize my apple tree. I'm a bit late because you're supposed to fertilize it right after planting and then 2 weeks after. And I'm a little bit late, but I'm going to get it done. And then I'm going to give you a quick visual overview of my garden, a little montage. Right here, this is my apple tree. Doing great. I mean, look at those leaves, a vibrant green. You can see all the chlorophyll. So now we're gonna get the same fertilizer that I used in my last video. Open it up. Once again, I took the 7 tablespoons down to 5 tablespoons. Okay. 1, steady, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's all you need. Now we take the water once again, change the setting, fill it up. Shake, shake, shake. Take it and water it to your heart's content. All around it. Get all that rooting hormone all over it. Help it grow nice and strong. All of it in there. And while that soaks up, let's give you a visual overview of the rest of my garden. And just like that, it's the end of the video. I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel with notifications and you know when a new video just like this comes out. I'm sorry for the delay for this video. I just haven't really got to it. Sorry for being lazy. So I hope to see you guys in the future.